Atiku Abubakar is live at the protest ground to free Nnamdikanu protest. Atiku Abubakar.
So guys, things are really getting out of hand in Abuja currently, yes. And they warn President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say, see, you have to manage this situation that is, happening right now in Abuja. Because if time is not taken, this thing will get out of hand. Not be as Nigerian government, they see Nigerians before. Now, so then be again. Just look at what is happening. The more they are pushing, the more the people who are coming out. Nigerians came out in mass and they are still coming out. This is Atiku Abubakar. There are so many prominent Nigerians, who have come out from this protest of Nnamdikanu's freedom. Yes, they are shooting Nigerians, they are firing tear gas, and they say, no, that one, you cannot break us. You must free this man. Enough is enough. Enough of this double standard. You get. How can you be romancing with bandits and Boko Haram and you say those who are saying they need freedom is your problem? People who are carrying flag is your problem. But you see people who are carrying gun, weapons, don't make life horrible for Nigerians as your lovers. It doesn't make sense. You get. So things are really getting out of hand. The Nigerian police, they are arresting. People are still coming out. They are firing tear gas. They no one here. Meaning that this matter, it don't reach everybody for mouth. Something they tire person. That is how this Nnamdikanu matter they tire person. You understand? For Nigerians not to look, say, oh, that matter of Nnamdikanu now from the southeast, na Igbo matter. No. This will not be Igbo matter again. I was shocked when I see Arewa youth. They joined the protest. Arewa youth joined the protest. That is, the Northerners are now still singing the same song. Like, we can't take this thing again. What is happening? You people are using Nnamdikanu matter to destabilize the country. We need to be focused. We need to know what is happening. We need to know what is going on in this country. So you got to release this man so that Nigeria we be focused. You understand? The Southeast is destabilized. Do you know how much Nigerian government spent any time Nnamdikanu, appear in court? Meaning that they are using Nnamdikanu for their personal gains. You get. Nnamdikanu not be the problem of Nigeria. So my people, as I talk to you now, so then they fire tear gas everywhere, even to the extent of firing live bullets. As I'm talking to you, international communities, they are watching. International observers, they are in Abuja, you understand, warning Nigerian government concerning this, warning them about this live bullet they are firing. They tell them, say, una remember October 2020, NSAS protests, when we buy Nigerian youths, and you denied. You people have started again. We are warning you, this matter, if you come off for the way when you look at. Meanwhile, the human rights activist Showari has accused Nigerian security operatives of launching an unprovoked attack and shooting live bullets at the Free Nnamdikanu peaceful protesters in Abuja. You can imagine. Why are they even shooting live bullets? Protesters, are they their enemies? Can't you just allow people to exercise their civil rights? This is the same government that came through protests. TINUBU will not allow anybody to protest. Just like the former president, the late former president, Muhammadu Buhari. Where is it today? You see, life, the way when these people, they look life, they think say they are just come here. They have come to this life to come and stay. Where is Muhammadu Buhari after when they buy Nigerians? Because people were protesting. Where is it today? He never joined the people when they say buy. Not be say the same, not be the same ground when they put those people now, so they still put ham. It don't even turn sand now. You understand? He buy Nigerians, thinking that he himself not go buy for life. But today, don't join them. Today is another October 20. You get 5 years today. He's no longer here. So TINUBU, then they tell you, just look at where you are going to. It's closer. It's closer. Where you are going to is closer. You people should be very careful. A few days ago, we heard that there's a kind of coup plan, that was forward. But they cannot just go there. Because the mama and the papa and the brothers, people where they say they do the thing, they still there. They there. So guys, let's get there.
What are we asking? FREENNAMDIKANU!
Saturday night, Sowore described the police threat as an act of cowardice and a clear attempt to suppress the voice of the people. He maintained that the protest will go on as planned, emphasizing that no amount of intimidation or fear tactics will stop citizens from demanding the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in detention despite several court rulings ordering his release. According to Sowore, the planned protest is not just about Nnamdi Kanu alone, but a fight against oppression, selective justice, and the shrinking space for freedom of expression in Nigeria. He accused the government of using state institutions to silence dissenting voices while ignoring the real issues facing millions of Nigerians, including poverty, insecurity, and corruption. Greater than, "We've seen enough of this dictatorship masquerading as democracy. The people have the right to assemble, to speak, and to demand justice. This struggle is not about tribe or religion, it's about truth and freedom." There's no going back, Sowore said boldly. His statement has already sparked mixed reactions across social media, with many Nigerians praising his courage and others expressing fear that the standoff between protesters and security agencies could lead to another round of violent clashes if not carefully managed. Meanwhile, sources within civil society movements confirm that despite police warnings, thousands of youths across major cities, including Abuja, Lagos, and Enugu, are mobilizing massively for the Monday protest. Some have vowed to defy any restrictions, describing it as a final stand for justice. As the clock ticks closer to October 20th, a date already symbolically tied to memories of the 2020 EndSARS protests, all eyes are now on the Nigerian government and security forces to see whether history will repeat itself or if dialogue will prevail. One thing, however, remains clear from Sowore's latest bombshell: the protesters are ready, determined, and unshaken.
This is a press conference called on the eve of FREENNAMDIKANU protest slated for tomorrow at the Aso Rock Villa. We are here to let people know that this action is going on as planned across the world, as a matter of fact, but the center of gravity will be Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, where Mr. Nnamdi Kanu is currently unlawfully and unjustly detained by the director, the State Security Services, known as DSS. The law is very clear. Mr. Nnamdi Kanu's detention is not just illegal, it's a national disgrace. The government is disobeying its own courts and mocking the Nigerian Constitution, the 1999 Constitution that they subscribe to. Here is the truth, and what they don't want you to know is that the Court of Appeal cleared Mr. Kanu in 2022 and discharged and acquitted him. That's the final. Yet the DSS, even upon this discharge and acquittal, never released him even for a second, in disobedience of the Court of Appeal position. It was pure contempt, and it has always been their tradition to defy the rule of law that they claim they subscribe to. The Supreme Court, of course, did take over the case erroneously. They overstepped. It is a twisted justice reversing a decision that has already been taken by a court of competent jurisdiction, like the Court of Appeal, on this particular matter. But even at that, the Supreme Court did say that Mr. Kanu never violated his bail condition. It was the Nigerian army that caused the confusion. And you know that double jeopardy is also a crime. Nobody under the law should be tried for an offense for which they've been discharged and acquitted. It's known as double jeopardy. I may not be a lawyer, but I know this well enough. So also, let us let you know that the law under which Mr. Kanu is being tried is known as the Terrorism Act of 2013, which is dead and buried. You cannot try anybody under a law that does not exist. So we want to let you know that this fight is bigger than one person. It's about every Nigerian right to justice, dignity, and freedom. And when the state tramples on one man's right, it endangers all of us. Our demand, therefore, is very clear. Obey the law, enforce the acquittal, release Mr. Nnamdi Kanu now. So tomorrow we will be out there, and we want to also clarify that there is no court order issued against the protests. Of course, the police, in their anxiety and desperation, went to Federal High Court judge on Friday and asked them to stop us from visiting certain areas. In fact, they initially wanted to ask the judge to stop, but the judge vehemently denied that he cannot ask the Nigerians not to protest, exercise their fundamental human rights. So they granted a limited order. And the judge, in his number 3 order, said they must serve the defendants. They must serve the defendants by Friday. We have not been served. I only got to hear about the order through another person, and the order has lapsed because, as an ex parte order, service is the only thing that can activate an ex parte order. That has not been served. So we are going ahead tomorrow, and we will march peacefully, powerfully, and legally on the streets of Abuja. And anywhere you might be, our own position is that this must be completely peaceful protest. And we hope that at the end of the protest, common sense will prevail and will bring Mr. Nnamdi Kanu home. Thank you very much for coming. If you have any questions, please ask so that we can continue with the journey of mobilization.
Okay, the first question is that we said this is going to be a peaceful movement.
Yes, it is. It has always been a peaceful movement. Nnamdi Kanu himself, upon in the beginning of this campaign, said he believes in no violence.
Okay, in the light of the development that there was an ex parte order from the court, which you just pointed out that it has lapsed.
Yes.
Being that it's aimed at achieving a peaceful movement, have you been able to reach out to the police to say, okay, this is this?
Oh yeah, we went to the police on Friday. We visited, was it Thursday? visited the Nigeria Police Force FCT command because they sent a letter to, they called the lawyer who had written them a letter. I accompanied the lawyer there, Barrister Maxwell Opara, who is one of the lawyers from FREENNAMDIKANU, who had written a letter to them. So when I arrived there, they said I was not invited. So they apologized to me, and but I was there on, I think it was on Thursday, right? I went to the police command, yes. The day the new police commissioner started work was that day we arrived there. So we also want to make it clear that we've heard that the police commissioner who is newly arrived was given a marching order to be high-handed tomorrow. We just want to warn him that he's a member of Nigerian police force and not a private mercenary force of any political party or politician or special interest, and that nothing must happen to any of the protesters tomorrow. The job of the police is to protect, and anything short of that to be an international crime.
Yeah, the course of action you are taking, one may ask, why are you taking this kind of action? Bearing in mind that the case is in court, why not wait for the court to see it through?
Well, I just read to you that the case had been completed in court as far back as 2022, when the Court of Appeal ruled that his extraordinary rendition and his trial was null and void, discharged and acquitted him. What we are having now is a rigmarole, is what is referred to as double jeopardy in law. It is a crime. So if there was a case, they would have been able to conclude it in 10 years, or when they renewed it in 2021. But the position of the law and the position of the court, which has not been vacated, is that he's discharged and acquitted.
How far do you intend to see this truth, assuming he's not released?
Until FREENNAMDIKANU is free.
I want you to equally react to one doctor, a member of the NMA, that questioned the legality, the authenticity, and the right of the NMA to actually side with the government and then write a report in such a manner. What's your opinion on that?
The NMA in this case is a disgrace. These are organizations that are supposed to be fighting for the right of doctors. I think maybe all the doctors with common sense has left the country. So we are left with those who can't think for themselves. Otherwise, the NMA I used to know under Dr. Bekor and Sonkuti would never have sided with injustice.
Are you going to use the court to contest that position?
Absolutely. I'm not a lawyer. He has a very solid legal team. We are just providing a solid team, as citizens of conscience who are appalled by the continued trial and the violation of Mr. FREENNAMDIKANU's rights and those of his organization. That's what we're here to do, because we are all one, all of us who are oppressed in this country.
Does this case, FREENNAMDIKANU's case, does it equally now validate the fears in Nigerians that they have no hope in the judiciary?
Yes, I'm in a better position to tell you because I also get unjustly tried by the Nigerian state through our court system. Just 2 weeks ago, I was in 1 week charged to court for offenses that were not only nebulous, frivolous, but violated even my own personal dignity, and they were done by judges. So this is also a challenge to our judges and the Nigerian judiciary to go back to doing the work of what is just and legal.
Finally, what would you say to those who are nursing the fears that the court has made a decision, the police will go high, and then they shouldn't?
No, there's no decision, let's be very clear, there's no decision from the court not to protest. The only order that was given to the police, which we just saw today, said, don't go to Aso Rock and don't go to certain centers.
What are we asking? FREENNAMDIKANU! FREENNAMDIKANU! FREENNAMDIKANU